Hello lovely people, I am Nekro and I can barely wait to continue playing my Let's Play of Heartbaked. Thus we will continue right now to the next chapter then. We are nearing the finale! Yay! And between Ginger and Benjamin there's finally some chemistry. I'm really enjoying myself. It's very cute. Okay, without further ado, thank you, and come again to Ginger's Pastries. I smiled sweetly and artificially at the leaving customer, as usual. This day's been so dull and strenuous, and it's not like I did anything besides selling my goods and baking a little bit, but that sure was enough to absorb my energy. I leaned on the counter and looked through the window while twirling a braid in my fingers. Only 2 more days, huh? For the past week I've been trying to get closer and closer to Benjamin in order to gain his heart for the Heartbaked recipe. Selfishly, I faked a desire to befriend and date him, and he took the bait, as gullible as he is. And yet, somehow, the lie turned into the sincere wish to help him and to be there for him. I found myself drifting off and wondering what he's doing right now. Is he tending to his sheep, brushing them with his gentle smile and warm eyes? Is he working hard to fix his house, making it a better place to live? Is he thinking about me too, even if a little? Pathetic. I'm so pathetic. Wishing for him to think about me, dream about spending his time together with me. Who am I to him? Who is he to me? Maybe it's not him being gullible, but me for getting attached to him so quickly. I can't believe I'm saying that. I like Benjamin, the sheep weirdo. There's no other explanation for the feeling lingering inside of me. Well, it might be mom feelings. When he touches me, my skin becomes hot, my face feels like it's on fire and I can't breathe. Okay, that's definitely not mom feelings, I'm taking that back. I want to make him smile at me more and look at me more. I slumped to the floor and held my head in my arms. Benjamin was the one supposed to be lovelorn, wanting me, not the other way around. Good job, Ginger. I need to vent to someone. No, wait. I don't have anyone I could confide into. I wouldn't want to involve Radley in this mess. He probably wouldn't even care about my silly feelings. Or understand them, for that matter. How could he? How could he understand the agonizing pain of unrequited feelings? Oh, Ginger. The only thing on his mind is the purity of his surroundings, probably. Oh, Ginger. Maybe I should write in my diary? That's better than nothing, and the diary would never judge me either. Okay. I quickly dashed upstairs and scanned the room for the diary. It was laying faithfully on the side of my bed, waiting for me to pour my heart into it. Ugh. Now I wish I could just curl up in my bed right now, hide myself from the world under the blankets. Alas. I headed downstairs, looked side to side, checking if Radley was anywhere nearby. If he knew I owned a diary, oh dear. The laughing would never cease, that the great Ginger owns a diary. Luckily enough, he seemed to be occupied in the kitchen. Good. Gingerly, I put the book on the counter and searched for a pencil. Aha! Gotcha! Great. Just as I attempted to write, my mind draws a blank. I tapped the pencil several times on the open pages. Oh! I might start from the very beginning, how we met and our exchanges day by day. Yeah, that should help me get my mind and feelings in check. Alright. One day, as if Radley wasn't enough, one day I met this bizarre person, and one day when I had too much free time. Okay, as much as I like this game, sometimes I really don't know what to make of these choices. I mean, like, this isn't even interacting with Benjamin. What does it mean what I write into my diary, provided something else doesn't read it? And I mean, how exactly am I supposed to look into the future and find out what these choices will amount to? Like, it was similar with part with the God's present and give him the overbaked socks. Though in that case I have to say that the choice was in the wording. But sometimes this game has, how do I put it? It formulates the stuff, the choices in a way where you just, I mean, all three of them are just, you know, what are they saying? One day as if Radley wasn't enough. I guess this leads to me complaining about both Radley and him. But then again, this one day I met this bizarre person also leads to me complaining about him and, you know, and one day when I had too much free time. None of these choices say really anything. So, how the poop am I supposed to make a decision here? Oh well. On the other hand, as I have previously stated, this game is really good. Even when you make the wrong choices, it's really well written and often very funny, so... you know what? I'm just going to let coincidence aside. Ene mene miste, es rappeln in der Kiste, ene mene meg und du bist weg. Okay. There we go. Sorry if I just doomed the whole playthrough. Haha! Oh, and I should include this too. Holy macaroni and every other dish that exists! Ah! I jolted, terrified of the unexpected screaming, knocking the diary off the counter. The piercing shriek pulled me roughly from my dreamy sheepland, throwing me hard into reality's arms. Not his shenanigans again! Oh, help! Help me! Radley's plea was becoming louder and louder, filled with more fright every second. Oh, for creamy muffin's sake! Ginger, I'm gonna die! Help! I am coming! Stop yelling! I rushed to the kitchen, almost tripping over and banging my body into the kitchen swing door. What happened? The scene that unfolded before my eyes made me stop dead in my tracks. I think I'm going to collapse. Gingy. Radley was laying on the floor, sobbing and wailing and trying to get strawberry syrup off of himself that he apparently must have dropped right after he slipped on. Radley. Ginger. Radley! I'm sorry, I didn't mean to. The shelf was just overflowing with dust. Like I was minding my own business, sweeping the floor, and suddenly I noticed all the dust in the sunray and... I squinted my eyes and put my hands on my hips in a threatening way. Radley, I can't even leave you alone 1 second, 1 flawless second, 1 second without you causing a hullabaloo in my kitchen. Hullabaloo. I have to remember that word. But. I repeated in a mocking tone, mimicking his distressed face. That's why I specifically told you not to clean the kitchen when I'm not around. You're always making an even bigger mess. No, don't even say that I'm making a mess, Gingy. I would never. I'll stop when you finally get that kitchen is my sanctuary, and unless I tell you otherwise. Don't attempt to clean anything besides the floor. I extended my hand to help Bradley up while he was wiping his tears off the face with the other hand. I'm sorry. I won't do that again. Now, no more tears. You can have the rest of the day off. I'll deal with this myself, I said while examining the kitchen state. Well, it could be worse. Really? I can go home and bathe? Oh man! He bounced elated and jumped to my side, hugging me tightly. Strawberry cider everywhere. Nothing. I feel nothing from his touch. Just empty forced contact. Thanks, Gingy. You're the best. I attempted to grace him with the sweetest smile I could manage. Yeah. He waved me goodbye and galloped through the back door to his house. I'm in no mood to clean this right now. I sighed and went back to the front to the store with a heavy heart. In there, I spotted a familiar figure standing. Oh! I see. I see what the choice is. Okay. Yeah, that makes more sense. Okay. I still stand by my point though. Those choices, if you can't look in the future, don't make too much sense. But I guess you can see this coming. Ah! A small gasp escaped my mouth. Also, oh crap! It's Benjamin. He came out of his own volition to my shop. Maybe we could go on maybe we could talk a little? Yeah. Ben, what are you doing here? Can I help you with... Oh no. I covered my mouth with my hands. He's reading my diary. Oh no. He was trembling slightly, his arm steadily moving up and down as if he was curbing his crying. Instead, a tired, hollow laugh rang in the room, and his head slowly turned in my direction. The always inquisitive, childlike eyes brimming with candidness were now empty, crying tearlessly. So that's what you think of me. I should have known. I should have known that you were fooling me too. That no one will ever accept me for who I am. He cried desperately, slamming the diary on the counter. Benjamin put his clenching, shaking fist on the counter and leaned on them, choking on the air. Ben, it's not what you think. It's not what I think, she says. I know what I saw, what I read. He pulled the book towards it and opened it on a desired page and started reading. I had to try making the Heartbaked cake. That was my only chance to show townsfolk I'm as good as a chef as Carver. There is no way I would have won with some cookies alone. Therefore, I thought of and scrutinized my candidates for the hard ingredient. The only boys I know are Radley, Carver, and this newcomer, Benjamin. Radley is my best friend. We spent our whole lives together. He feels more like a brother to me than anything, so he's an instant no-no. Obviously, I couldn't pursue Carver. I had enough stress to deal with already. Having no other options. He snorted and shook his head with a scoff as he continued, with his voice breaking. I decided to talk to that odd shepherd. He's a bit eccentric, to say the least. I've never met anybody like him, who talks to the animals like they're people. Scratch that. Who never takes a step outside without them. Now I could understand if we were talking about dogs, but sheep? I was hoping that he didn't lose all of his humanity and is still prone to women's advances. I thought that He had to be. Granted, he converses with sheep on a daily basis. He must be human. He must be craving human contact, right? And you have the audacity to tell me it's not what I think, when I have written it in black and white right here? Ben, no, don't. He was crying. The low sobbing was the only sound filling the cold room. His tears dripped on the diary, smudging the terrible words I've written. Benjamin didn't even bother with wiping them off, he let them flow. I couldn't find anything that would justify me. I stood there with my head hung and glance casted down. Even if they were my personal ramblings, I had no right to talk about him in this way. I was too caught up in my own feelings to notice what I'm pouring down on the paper. I don't want to see you ever again. Ben, please, let me explain. No, I don't want to experience this situation again, just when I escaped my family. Everyone always looks down on me. And when I thought I found some acceptance, turns out you've been using me all along. I've had enough. Slowly he raised his head, showing a deadpan facade, deprived of any emotion. Don't try to talk to me ever again. I could feel my heart sink. It hurts so much. Benjamin, wait. I stepped quickly to his side, trying to hold him, stop him, hug him. But he squirmed out of my touch and ran out the bakery, slamming the door. Wait. Why did this have to happen? Feeling weak, my knees gave up and I slid on the floor with a thump. Benjamin, why couldn't you open to a page when I described my current feelings for you? When I filled the pages with our happy memories together? When I accepted you into my heart? Why did it have to be the time when I first met you? Life truly is a cruel mistress. I lied down on the cold floor and laughed. And laughed and laughed and laughed at my miserable self. I laughed until my voice got hoarse and I fell asleep, tormented with today's events. Well, wasn't that fun? Yay, Heartbaked, a cute little game. Sweetness, love, wee, fluffy feelings everywhere. Yeah. As I said, this game is well written. Before I have checked out the other routes, and they can be compared to this one. I just think that the emotional insights of the main character are described quite well. In any case, I will see you soon. And I will hug someone right now. Till then.